Hello everyone, this is Candy the 614 Stitcher, and today is Monday, October the 28th, 2024, and this is my Flosstube episode 132. I would like to say hello and welcome to any and all new subscribers. I would like to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to see if I can enable you with a project or two. And to my returning friends, thank you so very much for coming back each and every time that I upload a video. I would like to say thank you so very much for all of your kind words and condolences on the passing of my nephew. There has been a setback. The funeral has not happened yet, but I appreciate and thank you all so very much for your very kind words and your sympathies. It really means a lot to my family. I have had a busy, stitchy week, trying to get up leaves outside also, just doing some end of the season chores. So, but I have gotten a lot of stitches in, and so it always helps with your with my mental health to be able to stitch and to spend quiet time. So I have been doing pretty okay with it. There's some other things going on, but it'll all work out the way that it's supposed to work out. So I am a believer in that. That God works everything out according to his plans, and that is where it stands. So I'm going to go ahead on and jump right into my what I have been working on this week. I did go to Keepsakes on Saturday and got to see a really wonderful friend, Miss Margaret. Yeah, Miss Margaret. I was like, why? Because her name is something different when she comments on my videos. So she snuck in for a visit, and so I was there and was able to meet up with her, which was great. So I hope you had a safe trip back home, Miss Margaret, and I hope to talk to you very soon. Okay, so my whips for this week. My very first whip that I worked on was Christmas Elf Fairy by Mirabilia. This used to come in a kit. You can now purchase this pattern on its own. And here's a picture of where it was when I last shared it. And here is where she is now. So the most notable thing you'll notice is I finished the bottom part of the coat, and I started putting in her boot. I also went ahead on and put in the half cross for this fluffy white. It's actually going to be whisper thread, and I got a tip to add half a cross of white or blanc, and then the top leg of the cross use the whisper. And so I went ahead on and filled that in. I put in 311 stitches on this project. She is on my year of whips. I don't believe, however, that I am going to be able to finish her this year, so she will just continue. I will roll her over into 2025. I am stitching this on a 32 count Seraphim in the color Sand Dune, and it is a silk conversion done by Miss Susan Coates, who works at Keepsakes. So when I pick this up again, I want to finish the boots, both the boots. And then I'm going to go and start working on her wings. The wings are, it has cross stitches and beads. So I'm going to do all the cross stitching, of course, first. And then her hat and the tree and her hand. So I still have quite a bit to do on this project. So she'll just roll over into 2025. I have met the requirement for Year of Whips. So I'm eligible to be in the drawing for that, which is good. I still have a couple of more that I'm hoping to finish before the end of Year of Whips, which is December the 18th. Year of Whips is the brainchild of Melanie Watkins, the Soulful Stitcher. I am 99.9% sure that she will be doing it again for the 2025 calendar year. I'm just not for sure if there will be any changes to the way that she does it. So if and when I find out, I will be sure to let you know in case you are interested in joining the group. There is a Facebook group for or Melanie, sorry, the Soulful Stitcher has a Facebook group, and I will link it down below. Okay, the next whip that I worked on, oh, I'm sorry, let me go back just a minute. The Christmas Elf Fairy stood for the E in Hayride, which is the acrostic for the Magazine Monthly challenge group. My next project is my Whip Go project that was chosen by Bobby at Pumpkin Creek Primitives. And it is Black Butterfly Sampler by Shaded Stitchery. And here's a picture of where it was when I last shared it. And here is where I am now. So it was a good thing that this was called this month. The month of October was designated Shaded Stitchery Month because her birthday falls in this month. It was designated by EJ, and I was more than happy to jump on the bandwagon and join in. So as you can see here, I have completed the entire border all the way around the project. So I still have plenty of fabric to go. I also put in this is the bottom part of the alphabet that comes down. And this is on Pattern Keeper, so I don't have like what the actual, well, let me look at the picture. So there's a design element up underneath the alphabet. And the next time I pick this up, I'll be putting that in, and then I can start on the butterflies. So far, on the butterfly side, I have the crown, the smallest butterfly, and then this is the top of the wing for the next butterfly down. This is a potential contender to be put on the Year of Whips for next year. The fabric is Aurora 32 count Aurora Borealis by Live and Die LA, and the floss is Color and Cotton Rustic Black. I absolutely love this project, and it just was, I was just reminded that November is Black Sampler, Black Sampler November, so I may pull it out for one day and put some work in it so that I can participate in that also. I did put in 249 stitches on that. My Whip Go for both my Whip Go projects for the month of October have been completed, and I am thankful about that, because I was like, it seems like the month just flew by, and I just didn't know what was going on, where the month I went to. My next whip stands for the A in Hayride. And it is And Be Kind to One Another. This was a whip that just celebrated its 1-year birthday. And this was started for EJ's birthday in 2023. Here's a picture of where it was when I last shared it. And here is where I am now. So I believe when I last shared this, I put in 191 stitches on this project, and I'm almost sure it was the UVW, and then I started with the numbers. I am stitching this on a 36 count Embellish by Rogue Fabrics, and I'm using the called for Classic Colorworks. Sorry, I'm like looking at my So there's still a long ways to go on this project. When I pick it up again, I'll just be going back, like I'll just be following the rows down. So I'm not sure when I'll be picking this up again, but that is where I am on it now. I am using one strand of floss also. I don't want to go back in the bag. The next whip that I worked on stands for the letter H in Hayride, and that is Hobby House Press. And the pattern is Petit Cusa, which stands for Little Cushion. And here's a picture of where it was when I last shared it. And here is where it is now. So as you can see, I have finished completely that top flower. Yep. I finished completely the top flower. And then I came over and started on the flower that, comes off of it here. And I really did that flower because I needed to check and make sure that I had enough border. Like when I was stitching this, I couldn't believe how close to the nerge it was. You can see the nerge line here. But then after I looked at it, I was like, oh no, it'll be fine. I am stitching this on a 40 count. I kitted this. This was a kitted project from Hobby House when I went in September, and it is a Seraphim Winter White. And I am using a Classic Colorworks conversion on this chart. So that is where I am on that. And I added 222 stitches to this project. My goals for for October, so you're seeing some projects that, you know, I have decided to up my stitch goal in Magazine Monthly, and so I had to pull the projects out a little bit more. Usually I just put in 200 stitches and keep moving, but this month I decided to try 300 stitches, which is actually working out pretty well. So that was the H in Hayride. My next whip that I worked on was One Dozen Quakers by Rosewood Manor. And this is the Bake Me a Quaker Sal that is being hosted by EJ. This portion is the month, is October, and then this month will be November. And then December is for you to finish up whatever you still need to finish. It is a 13-month sal. I am stitching this last block here. And here's a picture of where it was when I last shared it. And here is where I am now. I added, I came down and added this third, it's a flower leaf, piece of a flower right there. And then I brought it all the way down to the middle and started coming out to each of the sides. This block is very large. I had initially thought that I would have this finished in the month of October. It will be November, but I'm totally cool with that. I still need to bring down this border and make sure that it matches. We will be having a Zoom on Friday, so I will be getting some more work on it this week. I added 148 more stitches, and that is this petal. I knew it would come to me eventually. This petal and all of this. I am stitching this on a 46 count limited edition from Color and Cotton. And for this particular motif, I am using Roxy Floss Co. Welch's, which is very, very variegated. And so it's going to make for a very beautiful and interesting block as I put the flowers in. So I'll be working towards a finish for the month of November on this project. But even if I don't get it finished in November, it is on my year of whips. So I would like to get it finished before December the 18th. So my ultimate plan is to get it done before December the 18th. I need to pull all of the, I have, well, not every, because I have so many, but I chose different purple threads to stitch this project in, and I have them all still in this bag, and so I only need that Welch's in the bag, so I need to take the rest of them out and put them away. Sorry about that. Trust me, you're not going to, if you can stitch it off of that little piece right there. So that was 1 Dozen Quakers by Rosewood Manor. And for my final whip this week, I pulled out my Temperature Turtles by Stitching Mommy. And I was working to get caught up on the October turtle. So here's a picture of where it was when I last shared it. And here is where it is now. This is the October turtle. We had some 80-degree days, and then we dropped down to 50s. This turtle is very colorful. I added 468 stitches to this, and it is caught up through yesterday. So I need to add, I'll be adding the rest of this week on Sunday, and then I'll be starting on the November turtle, which will be back here. I still need to put in all of the back stitching for the shells, and I'm planning on doing that rather sooner rather than later, because I want this completed by the 31st of December. I'm stitching this on a 32 count Whimsical. Yes, Whimsical by Bestitch Me, pardon me, and I am using a sulky conversion as my colors. So thank you so very much, Sarah, for a great design. I am absolutely loving it. I am really pleased in the fact that I am able to stay caught up. I have a really good plan for this project. In fact, as far as keeping up with it, I work on it on Sundays. And yesterday, I literally worked on it all day so that I could get caught up. So I was extremely pleased with my progress on that yesterday. I do not have any finishes this week. I do have some plans. So the plans that I am going to give you right now are for this week. I have met all of my monthly goals for the month of October. And so I decided to pull out some other projects to work on for the next 4 days. And hopefully I'll be able to work on my one today because I usually, with doing the video, I don't get to stitch, but I'm gonna stitch tonight because I'm gonna work on a project. So for this week, I am going to pull out a few of my year of whip projects. I'm sorry, my whole Albert is standing here and he's like sniffing around and everything. So one of the projects that I'm going to pull out a year of whip project every day and put stitches in it since I've met all of my October goals. And one that I'll be working on is Half the Fun by Ink Circles. One of the other ones I'll be working on is, and this is super close to a finish, so I am predicting that I will have a finish on this next time I record, and this is Without Ceasing. The next project, that I'll be working on is my, for this week, is Little House Needleworks, Home of a Needleworker. All 4 of these projects are on my Year of Whip board. And so this will just help me push them along a little bit, especially with November being right here, and I need to get these projects, if I'm going to finish them, to get them finished by December the 18th. And the last, and my last project that I'm going to put some stitches in this week is 1 Dozen Quakers, so that I can move it along a little quicker also. That will be on Friday. So those are, these 4 projects will be worked on in waiting for November. So now my November plans. The Magazine Monthly Cross Stitch Challenge group, the theme is Through the Neighborhood, and the acrostic is By Foot. So for my Through the Neighborhood, I will be pulling back out again Home of a Needleworker, because it's a home and there's homes in neighborhoods. And for By the Foot, the B is I'm going to use is Bent Creek, and it is Let Us Be Thankful row. For the Y, I chose Year of Whips, and my Year of Whip that I'm going to work on will be Half the Fun by Ink Circles. For the F, I am using my Whip Go project, which was chosen by Robin of Bird's Eye Stitcher, and that is Flea Market Flowers. By Lori Holt. For the first O in foot, or by foot, is going to be 1 Dozen Quakers, because I'm looking to get that finished in the month of November. And the second O is Love and Joy October House. This is an oldie. It is a 2021. start. And I say that because I am going to be making, in making my plans for 2025, all of, I'm going to be putting all of the whips that I have for 2021. They will be going on the year of whips. So I'm getting a little head start with that. And then for the letter T for by foot is Thistles by Carolyn Manning. So I will also be doing some double dipping. Oh, and my second Whip Go project is by Vicky Stitchin Button, and she has chosen Purple Rain. So Purple Rain and Flea Market Flowers will get 700 stitches in them. For Whipagories, which is the brainchild of, or the child, or I'm sorry, I don't know what to call the brainchild, which is the brainchild of Sammy J Stitches here on YouTube and Instagram. The number one that was chosen was Geometric, and I will be using Thistles. My oldest whip is Love and Joy by October House. You've seen that. The least amount done, and it took me a minute to come up with this, but the least amount done is Capricorn, which was a birthday start for me, and I only have her neck done. So I don't know if this was back before, sorry, my neck hurts. If this was a start before I had the 200, well, I started it on my birthday in 2022. And let me just show you what it has on it. I'm actually thinking that I am going to, oh, you know what? I took all them stitches out. So maybe I can't use this now. Maybe I was going to restart it. I'll have to ask the committee. I have a committee. But I only had the little neck portion done. And so I took it out. And maybe I need to just put it as a restart for, and choose my next oldest whip. Or the least amount done on a whip. But I'll come back to that. You'll know when I know, okay? And for Flora Fauna, I am going to be working on Flea Market Flowers. And for Fandom, I am pulling out my Warrior and I'm going to put some work in on him. So those are the bulk of my plans. I have decided that going forward for Whipagories, I'll be adding 200 stitches. So on top of the goal that I set for Magazine Monthly, which is 300 stitches, I'm also going to add 200 stitches, I think. November is going to turn out to be kind of a crazy month, but I'm hoping to maybe get 500 stitches in each project and 700 in my Whip Go. So we'll see how that all goes. So those are my plans for November. Now I am going to go ahead on and give you the giveaway winners, and then we can do investments. So I did go through the random comment picker, and the winner, if you are the winner of the giveaway, please email me. My email is in the description box below. Please email me as soon as possible. I have to do some traveling this month in November, and I would like to get this all cleaned up before I travel for the month. So please, please, please send me your mailing address as soon as possible. For the Halloween edition of Just Cross Stitch magazine, here is a picture of the winner, and it is LOW, I think it's Lowana J. So congratulations. Please be sure to send me your mailing address as soon as possible. For number 2, the Cricket Collection, it is, here's the picture, Linda Fasola. Congratulations, Linda. I know I probably do have your mailing address somewhere, but will you please just send it to me? It's probably in the 2,000 emails that I have. For number 3, the Stitching in the Wilds Come to the Party with Frank is Sean Duray. Congratulations, Sean. Please send me your your mailing address so that I can get this in the mail to you. Number 4, the Quilted Witch by Lori Holt. This is the cross stitch pattern, and the winner is, here's the picture, R.J. Buller. Okay. And number 5, the Spooky Sign. And here's the picture. And it is Britches Get Stitches. So congratulations. Please be sure to send me your mailing address as soon as possible. Congratulations to all the winners. I really do like doing the giveaways. I am going to take a break. I will be traveling next week, and so I will not be able to do a giveaway because I'll be traveling. So those are the giveaway winners, and now I am going to share with you my investments for this time. As you know, this is Shaded Stitchery month, and she was having a sale, and so I went over and checked out a few of her projects, and here is what I purchased. It is Closely Kept number 1. Araya number 1. And I was watching the Sunshine Stitchers, Miss Sheila, and I absolutely, so she is stitching it in the color, and I am going to stitch it in the monotone. I absolutely love this pattern. I loved it when I saw it the first time, but I am going to stitch it in the monochrome. And then I also purchased a sampler for Sealy. And I love this movie. Like, I still quote lines from The Color Purple. So I love this chart. And then I went to, I went to Keepsakes, and I picked up a couple of things. This is, I'm sorry, I'm taking the price tag off. This is called December Basket, and it is by Cosford Rise Stitchery. Cosford Rise Stitchery. This is a new designer to me. I have not heard of them before. And there is a sulky conversion for this, but I have a lot of sulky threads, so I'm going to see if I have this conversion. Sorry for the glare. I'm going to have to take it out of this and put it in one of my. And then I picked up a couple of other things. I picked up the Christmas ornament 5. Is that 5 or 6? 5, 4, 5, 4. Christmas. I'm like having a debate with myself. By JBW Designs. I am really interested in stitching Christmas ornaments. And I have a couple of Christmas ornament books. So I'm going to start doing that. I actually had that plan this year also, but I didn't stick with it. But the best laid plans of men and mice. I also, in an attempt to try to find a different fabric for put a bird on it, picked up this Dewberry by XJew Designs. It is a 46 count. And I am going to be laying the threads on this and seeing what the other ladies in the group think. It is a little darker than the, I already chose one fabric. It is a 46 count oyster shell by Fox and Rabbit, but I like options, and so I picked this up, and I'm going to see. I like XJew Design fabric. When I say it's soft, I mean it feels soft. Not that it's a soft fabric, but it's a wonderful fabric, and it smells so wonderful. And then I also picked up, well, that's why it is so. I also picked up, I have been doing Mill Hill kits, and so I picked up one of these one of these magnetic holders for Mill Hill kits. And I probably will be taking a Mill Hill kit with me next week while I'm traveling. This thing is really hard. Like these magnets, I mean, they stick. So here's the magnets. And then that is put together. So this will really come in handy. Keepsakes is selling those now. So if you would like to purchase one, please check out Keepsakes. They did have a few when I was there on Saturday. And the scroll work is so pretty on it. I'm in the frame. Okay, so those were all of my purchases for this time. I thank you all so very much again for your condolences and sympathy. It has been very difficult, and I am facing another difficult situation coming up. But again, I know that I have support with all of you and with my friends, and it will all work out for the best. I probably will not have a video next week because I may have a video on Sunday. I'll be leaving and traveling starting on Wednesday. So I probably will have a video on Sunday or Monday of next week. I'm hoping for Sunday. I really do like videoing on Sundays. However, sometimes I get caught up in stitching with my friends and lose track of time, and then it's a whole thing. So please take care of yourselves. Remember the end of the year is coming up. Get in to get your doctor's appointments and everything cleared up. Please just take care of yourself. It is very difficult for family members to navigate the healthcare system on your behalf. So please, 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 please take care of yourself. Do all you can to be in the best physical, mental, and emotional health that you possibly can be. I am working on that myself. So I urge you all to stay caught up with your medical things, whatever they may be. But with that, I'm going to let you all go. Again, thank you so very much for stopping by, and I will see you next time. Bye.